This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good evening and welcome to Tiger Stadium here on your Friday night, the final Friday night football game here at Tiger Stadium for the 2023 season as the Alamogordo Tigers get ready to up here against the Centennial Hawks. I'm Charles Winicky. Thanks so much for tuning in wherever you may be with us. Still got plenty of time to get down here for tonight's game. And we hope that you'll get that opportunity to come on by and join us for this evening's matchup between the Tigers and the Hawks. Senior night festivities just wrapped up, and so we'll mention all those seniors. A lot of Tiger football seniors in this group, and certainly some guys that they are definitely going to miss after the season wraps up. Student athletic trainers were honored, as were Alamogordo Tiger cheerleaders. They'll do band at halftime. So altogether, it's always such a fun experience to have everybody get their moment to be recognized for putting in the hard work that they have for 4 years in high school. And for a lot of these athletes, 4 years in cheer, 4 years as a student athletic trainer, or 4 years in the football program, you know, working their way up through the freshman and JV to the varsity level. It's a lot of hard work, and they certainly deserve a lot of credit for that. As for tonight's game, it's going to be a monumental challenge. This is the best team that Alamogordo's faced this year. Centennial has been ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the classification all season long. Their only losses this year to Cleveland and Franklin High School out of El Paso. They beat La Cueva earlier this year. They have had a very, very good season, and since district has begun, they really have not been tested by anyone. Hobbs kept it reasonable. It was, I think, a 21-point difference, but I think they beat both Carlsbad and Oregon Mountain by 40-plus points, and they've looked very, very good in all of their district matchups up to this point. Tigers are hoping to change that tonight, but they know that it's a big task in front of them. This is a team that was a state title contender last year, and to be honest, they're a state title contender again this year as they get ready to face off against the Tigers. Alamogordo, they know if they win this game tonight, they can lock in a playoff spot. I think they would do a little bit more than that. That would be a huge, huge upset if they were able to make that. I don't want to make it sound that big, but I think you've got two different teams that you look over the last couple of weeks have kind of been going a little bit different directions. The Tigers have had 2 really tough weeks in a row, and trying to bounce back tonight. And I would say even if they don't come out with a victory, I think if they do some positive things tonight and play well, they can build on that towards next week against Oregon Mountain, and knowing that next Thursday they've got to win that game if they want to be playing in the postseason, and even then it's not a for sure thing. So we'll see what happens. We're going to play our entire interview with Coach Cisco because somebody up here forgot to edit the interview down for the pregame show. So you'll get a couple extra minutes of Coach Cisco in our interview for this week, and so stick around for that. It's coming up next. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019, and we'll return to Tiger Stadium right after this.
Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nex International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service, it's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
When you open a youth savings account for your child or grandchild at our credit union, you'll be starting them on a lifetime of smart financial decisions. They'll learn that our credit union is there to help them in the future. We are member-owned and not-for-profit, so there's no better place to save. Loco Credit Union, we belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Listen to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. And let's go ahead and get to our interview. Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Cisco.
All right, joining us now is Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Cisco. Coach, how are you today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me in again.
Well, it's certainly been a tough couple weeks for you guys, certainly on the defensive end, and it doesn't get any easier this week, unfortunately, with Centennial coming into town. We know how difficult this district is, but there's no sympathy. You guys just got to strap it on and get ready for this week, right?
Yeah, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We don't feel sorry for us, and we don't expect anybody to in that same regard. But it is a tough district, and I told you that from the start of the year. This district might have more. It's as comparable to the Rio Rancho district, top to bottom, as any other district in 6A. And so we haven't played well defensively 2 weeks in a row now. And, I mean, we could probably back that up for 4 weeks now if we go all the way back to Riverside. You just take away a half. And so that's something that we've had to focus on, and we've really had to go back to basics to try to figure out what we can do defensively to keep us in games and give us a shot.
Yeah. First time last week, I really noticed tackling was a challenge for you guys. You really had to get guys in open field tackles, and it just wasn't happening for you against Hobbs.
No, and that's a credit to Coach Stevens and Hobbs, man. They came up with a scheme that they haven't really run all year, and focused on it, and then that's what they hung their hat on, and they got after us. And it was a good scheme to attack some vulnerabilities we have, and that's credit to them being well coached and having good athletes, and their kids played well, and we did not. And so credit to them for executing, and Hobbs was a lot better than us last Friday night.
And offensively, you guys were able to eventually start moving the ball right there at the beginning of the half. You got things going. Probably the key turning point in the game is when you guys get the interception and unfortunately can't go down the field and score on that drive.
And I mean, nobody knows what that game's going to change into, but we can't get in shootouts. We don't want to be in shootouts where we got to go score for score with people. We got to be able to get stops and focusing on getting turnovers, forcing people to punt. That's who we are. I mean, we're a team that's still going to try to be built on defense. We don't want to be in shootouts scoring 60 points and doing that. That's not who we are, and that's not our identity. So, I mean, offensively, we didn't play very well either. I mean, and that's a credit to Hobbs. I mean, they're big, they're strong, and they're well coached, and they got after us. So we had our moments where we looked okay offensively and were able to do things, and then we had moments where it was a 3 and out and we had to punt it, and then we couldn't make any plays defensively to get back off the field. So, I was pleased with our kids for continuing to play. I mean, that's one thing I love our kids do. They'll fight, and they'll play, but we got to be able to get off the field defensively. We got to be able to sustain drives more often.
And, I mean, there are obviously a couple of positive things. DeAndre, again, had a long touchdown reception. He also had a big interception, which we now know has put him at the...
That is now the career record holder for interceptions for the high school.
So he has 11 now for his
11
career.
Right now for his career.
Okay, so obviously hoping to put some more distance between that before he finishes it off. And then Anthony had another really solid game. I thought both, defensively, there were a couple of really nice tackles that I thought he made, and he had to be out there on an island a lot defending. And then, of course, running the ball again, he was very good on Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, and Dre's made plays for us on both sides of the ball all year. the balance is to make sure he's going to play every snap on defenses to get him some rest offensively. And we've had some kids that come in and stepped in and have filled that role. But when it's crucial time, Dre's going to be in there at slot and give us some, and he adds another dynamic to us. And Anthony does what Anthony does, man. He plays every snap defensively, and then we have to rest him offensively. But he's the bell cow. I mean, he's the explosive one that does things and can hit holes, and he does do some things that are wrong offensively, and you just live with it because of his athletic talent. But I mean, offensive line wise, we did an okay job. I was certainly not pleased with how we played. I thought we didn't execute the screen game very well when we had to, and so I mean, we got a lot of stuff we got to work on playing the number 2 team in the state this week.
Yes, you get a Centennial team that, obviously early in the season they picked up a couple losses, right? Or they only on one loss this season?
They got 2.
2, okay, that's what I thought.
Cleveland and Franklin.
Franklin, okay. I was trying to, because I know they beat La Cueva, right?
They beat La Cueva,
yeah. That's, it's been a long season, I guess. Anyway, obviously they've gone perfect in district so far. They've got you guys and they've got Las Cruces to finish up the season. They don't have some of their players from last year. Maybe they were probably better last season, at least on the line. But, man, they're still very, very good this year.
They're extremely athletic. The Lucas kid that's a receiver is one of the better ones in the state. They did graduate all their linemen up front offensively. And, they're just going to replace them with other kids that are going to be really good. And then it's a very good offensive line. Quarterback's back. The Hernandez kid who's very dynamic and running the football and throwing it. And they got a big transfer in from, I forgot where he came from as a running back. And he's a good-looking kid. I mean, so offensively, they're not going to change to their scheme or what they do. They're going to be who they are. Skill-wise, they might throw the ball a little bit more this year with the Lucas kid out there. But that running back he's a load. I mean, he's not nearly as dynamic as the Gutierrez kid they had last year, but this kid's a load. I mean, he's a dude. And defensively, I mean, there's dudes everywhere. I mean, and they're really well coached. Coach Ocampo and then Coach Labyrin do a good job with that. And they got a Division I kid in number 10. And then Sierra, and then they got another Division I kid that's a sophomore in Peely. I mean, so they're extremely talented group. It's going to be our handful on Friday night.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you look at last year. You guys hung with them for a while, and I know it's a kind of a daunting task. You guys know that the kids know how good Centennial is, but so you kind of just got to wipe that out of your mind and not worry about it and try to execute and do the things you do well, right?
Yeah, and we don't. I mean, even in Hobbs when it was 35-7 at halftime and we came out and scored right away on the first 2 possessions, we tell our kids, man, we're not playing against the scoreboard. We're playing for our identity. We're playing for who we are. We're continuing to establish the foundation of this football program. The toughness aspect of it. We're going to go in there, and if we play really well on Friday night, we're going to have a shot to win, and that's our goal, is to come out with a victory and punch our ticket into the playoffs and cement it. But we've got to do that, and that task is a difficult task, playing a really good team in Centennial. But, we're not shying away from it. We're not scared of it. Let's bring them on, and let's play well on Friday, and we've got a lot to prove to a lot of people.
And also worth mentioning, it is senior night. It's the final home game of the year. You guys have, is it 20 seniors?
20 seniors.
20 seniors going into Friday night. And, of course, the nice thing as well is you guys recognize the athletic trainers, the cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. I know the band does their stuff at halftime where they leave the shoes on the field and do all that. It's just, I think, we're obviously very much caring about what happens in the football game, but there is something about, being recognized and putting in the work that all these kids have put in across all those different programs.
Yeah, and like senior night's not just for us. We'll recognize the SATs and cheerleaders as well before the game. But it's a chance for the community to come out and show support for every senior that's been in this program, that's been valuable to this high school, been a valuable member of this community, to come recognize them and show them support. This is the last group of COVID kids.
Yeah.
They were the freshman group when we came back in. So they've been through a lot. This group's been through a lot and struggles and ups and downs and peaks and valleys. And so we want to send them out on a good note. We want the community to come out and recognize all those seniors, including band, what they do at halftime. It's a chance to honor them, because this is the memories they've made in these 4 years aren't going to go away. And the memories they've made for the community in these 4 years, whether it's with performances for band, whether it's with cheer, whether it's with winning a game that the fans got to attend, whatever it is, it's something that our community can rally around and be proud to support these seniors and venturing them off into their next journey.
Hard to believe that this is the group that came in the 2020-2021 school year. That's this group this year.
Yeah, so the senior class, their freshman year played 2 games, and that's when we had to combine our JV and freshman team because of the COVID protocols, and that was that COVID spring year. And so
that feels like that wasn't that long ago to me for some reason. It's hard to believe those are the ones that are getting ready to graduate.
This is a group that's the last group to actually miss out on stuff. So it is kind of crazy that's where we were at with this class. But I love our seniors. I'm so grateful for what they've done to our program for 4 years and sticking through it, even through that spring and that tough time their freshman year, and then being so committed to what we do and being loyal to the A is very important to me. And this group has done that, and I'd love to send them off, obviously with a win, but send them off with big community support going
absolutely forward. And hopefully, there are things that whatever happens on Friday night, you guys have eyes towards hopefully playing in the postseason. So I know there's still big goals here to finish up the season.
Yeah, this game doesn't make or break us. Obviously you win it, you eventually just punch your ticket and everything's done, and we're getting ready to figure out where we're going to get seated at. If not, then we're going to get focused on next week. But our entire goal is to go win on Friday night and play well and find improvements, and that's what our goal is. We want to make sure we're better when we walk off that field Friday night than we were when we stepped on it at the start of the game, and getting ready to go forward into the last district game and going into the playoffs.
All right, Coach. Good luck on Friday night.
Appreciate it, man. Go Tigers.
You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Thanks again to Coach Cisco, as always, for providing us with some time every week, and we'll be sure to chat with him next week after this game. We will take a break and come back, and kickoff is on the way. Alamogordo Tigers and the Centennial Hawks here on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers! It's Tiger football season. All of us at Otero Federal Credit Union are supporting the athletes and coaches, and we know they're going to have a great season. We hope you'll stop by one of our great branches and take advantage of all our services: checking, savings, vehicle loans, credit cards, and so much more. It's also simple and easy to bank with us online anytime. Download the OFCU app today or visit oterofcu.org. OFCU, your community credit union since 1953. Federally insured by NCUA.
Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Next International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company, 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. This has been the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Of course, we'll have an Otero Federal Credit Union halftime and postgame, and we appreciate them for helping bring you Alamogordo Tiger Sports here on Alamo Sports and Talk. Thanks for tuning in and being with us here on this Friday night as the Tigers get ready to face off here against the Hawks. Tigers are already on the field. Tigers are in their yellow pants with the white numerals Black tops, black helmets. Centennial in all white tonight. Red numerals in black outlining, red helmets with, I'm not sure if they've got the kind of hawk logo on the side of it. Yeah, they do. I'm trying to think of what. There's another helmet that looks like that out there. I know that there's a college helmet that does, but I can't place it at the moment. So the Hawks will kick off, and they'll kick off right to left. They actually won the toss and deferred to the second half. And we'll kick it off deep towards the north end zone, where the Tigers have one man standing back deep at the 5. That's Anthony Audette. And then Avion Valdez to the near side. And out to the far side, I believe, is DeAndre Martin. And then 5 men right up at the 50-yard line. 3 men standing at about the 30. Hawks all standing at their own 35-yard line, waiting for their kicker to put the boot into it. And his right leg is into it, and we're underway. Line drive kick that will not reach the goal line. It'll get to about the 10 where Audette takes it, to the 15, to the 20, up the middle 25. And very nearly, if he breaks that tackle, might have still been running for a while, but he's brought down shy of the 30-yard line, get out to the 26, and that's where the Alamogordo offense will begin this opening drive of tonight's matchup. As the Tigers will get the offense out on the field, and I think it's going to be important for the Tigers to score. Yes, it's important for the Tigers to score points tonight, but I think it's important for them to start fast and not fall behind, certainly not come out here with a 3 and out. So need to move the ball a little bit. Hawks are all over the line of scrimmage. They've got 4 or 5 guys kind of bouncing around, and here's a speed option for the Tigers and a spin move to try to get away from the first tackler for Elijah Montoya. He may have gotten a yard on the carry, but that's going to be about it. So it's a 1-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers as they ran the speed option to the right. Tigers are very quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Trying to move quickly or maybe just get lined up, and no, they'll run it right away. And to the right side, they'll run the football and maybe get another yard on this one. I believe it'll be Valdez on the carry. And I think it's actually going to be no gain for the Tigers on that carry, and it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. I'm trying to run some tempo here, but they were trying to. They broke the huddle, and then they went back. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom, lead back to the left. And the running back is to the right. Fake the handoff, looking to throw, stepping into it, and completing it. And it's going to be very close to the first down. We'll see where they mark him out at. It's going to be right there. They put the nose of the football right on the 36. Well, they didn't even measure it. Tigers are already lined up, and they're going to go for it. They fake the snap, now look to the sideline. I think if you're the Tigers, you go for it here. 4th and inches. I'm really surprised they didn't measure this. They'll go up to the line of scrimmage. And I wonder if the Tigers are just going to fake, do another hard count. Man in motion. And the Tigers do not go for it. Well, we'll see. The Alamo may change their mind. They're going to go to the sideline, but at least in the past, in this spot, Alamo has not tended to go for it in this spot. So Jason Warren, by the way, had the catch. That was for 8 yards on the first completion of the night, and it was just shy. Actually, I'm going to give him 9 because I'm really surprised they didn't give him the first down. It is right there. They didn't even measure it. That was the thing that kind of threw me. Well, trying to look at the personnel here. It doesn't look like Almo's going to punt it. I see Vasquez still on the sideline, so I think the Tigers are going to go for it. And, yeah, I really think Alamo needs to go out there and try. I feel like it's one of those games that you can kind of have no abandon and just try to go out there and be loose. Tigers going to try to line up in an I. Well, they haven't done much of this year. You know what I would like to see is them too with the DB out back, a quick screen out to the left. Yeah, we got the officials still not starting. I'm not sure what. We've got one of the officials talking to the Tigers' left guard. I'm not sure what that was about. It looks like we're ready to go. So Best is in at fullback. Audette is in at tailback. And I think we may see a push here and straight ahead. And I think Alamogordo should have it. Yeah, looking at both of the line judges, they should have gotten forward on it. And, yes, move the chain. So first down for Alamogordo, as really wasn't even, and by the way, brotherly shove was the word I was looking for a couple weeks ago, and all I could think of was brotherly push. I went back and listened to the broadcast afterward and went, you can't be serious. Under center again, and, well, he fakes the option, spins away, and Elijah Montoya still got it at the 50. He's going to be drugged down to 45. Wonderful pull on the option by the quarterback, Montoya, and he will take it out past the 45 to the 44 on the Centennial side of the field, and that's a nice gain for the Tigers. Gain of 19 on the carry, and Alamogordo moves the chains. Haven't seen much of the Tigers going under center this year, that they're going to back out and go back to their They were going to try that for a little bit against Hobbs, and it didn't really work. I think they had a penalty on the first play where they tried that. Two receivers at the top, one at the bottom, and here comes the handoff. Audette will go straight up the middle, and Audette finds a crease, gets across the 40, and some good yardage here for the Tigers as he gets to the 37-yard line. And this is the exact kind of drive the Tigers needed, and they continue with the tempo after the 7-yard gain for Audette on his first carry of the night. Here's the snap, and here's the handoff. Audette to the right side this time, and again, pretty good push up front by the Tigers' offensive line. He's going to be pretty close to first down yardage here as he got across the 35-yard line. Waiting to see where they mark it at. The officials have not said anything yet. It's not a first down, really? Okay, they did move the chains. That's a first down for the Tigers. Snap and the handoff. Audette again, and then straight up the middle again. And actually, he bounces to the outside, and Audette kind of ran into a wall when he went straight ahead, but nobody brought him down, and he slipped out the outside and went up the near sideline, takes it all the way to the, looks like the 26-yard line, and it's a gain of 8 after the gain of 2. And the Tigers have already moved the chains 3 times in this drive, trying to do the same here. 2nd and 2. Here's the snap and a fake of the throw. And coming to the near side is going to be Montoya, who puts the shoulder down and got some positive yardage because of that. He brought on the contact. And this Tiger sideline seems to be really pumped up with the energy that Alamogordo has shown early. They're going to mark him at the 23. And I believe it is another first down. And so the Tigers move the chain for the 4th time on this drive after a 3-yard gain. And now here's a handoff to Best, the fullback, who goes straight ahead.
Number 22, that's the guy that was the carry. Correction, number 12, Nathaniel Best.
So Best picks up his carry, and it'll go 7 yards. And the Tigers again face a 2nd down and reasonable. Pulling it, and then a late toss out to Valdez. Valdez up the near sideline to the 5-5. Valdez fumbled the ball, but it goes out of bounds. And the Tigers will have a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line as the Tigers have got something going here. Late toss on that carry, and the Tigers' tempo has really created some problems here. Heck, I'm having trouble keeping up. Under center again. And the handoff will go to Valdez. Goes left side, tries to reach out to the end zone. No call yet. It looks like they're going to mark him just short of the goal line. Gain of 2.
2nd and goal. On your feet, Ben.
And the Tigers trying to punch it in here from the goal line. We'll see if they go quarterback sneak again. No, they'll hand it off, give it to Valdez, but Valdez is going to go left side and get into the end zone. And Alamogordo goes right down the field. They had a big 4th down they had to go for inside their own territory. They make it happen, and pretty much all on the ground. They go down the field, and Valdez from 1 yard out punches it in, and Alamogordo has taken an early 6-0 lead over the Hawks with 6:54 to go in the first quarter. That's another thing. This was a drive that really ate up some time. About as well scripted as a start you could imagine for Alamogordo. Snap down, kick is up, looks to be good, and it is. 7-0 Tigers over Centennial on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 6:54 remaining in the first. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
It's never too early to lay away. Letter jackets for Christmas.
The Winter Circle offers a variety of letter jackets in traditional styles for your students in Alamogordo, Cloudcroft, Tularosa, and Mescalero. Stop by today and help make your high schoolers' last years memorable. Lay away your letter jacket now. The Winter Circle, outfitting champions for over 50 years.
1201 East 10th Street. Open Monday through Friday.
Go Tigers! See you at the games!
You've worked hard. Who deserves a vacation more than you? Our credit union says nobody. Talk to us about a relaxing vacation loan. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. For a vacation so relaxing, even the loan is stress-free. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Tigers will kick it short and on the ground, and one of the Centennial upmen just kind of falls on it. Anthony Villa, number 19. And so the Hawks will start at their own 34-yard line. Now, that's the exact kind of start Alamogordo needed. They go down the field, and a drive that took almost 5 minutes off the first quarter clock goes 74 yards. Tigers will take that. Now, this is a pretty similar setup to what we saw last week that Hobbs ran, stack wide receivers to each side, and then shotgun. Here comes the snap and the handoff to the right side, and it's number 81 getting the carry for Centennial. Jesus Barraza.
Number 81, Jesus Barraza.
See, running backs wearing 81 very often, but hey, why not? Gets it to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Centennial. And we saw a lot of that double stack spread the Tiger defense out last week against Hobbs. Centennial switching it up now. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. They'll put a tight end in the formation. And the snap and the handoff. Nope, it'll be kept by the quarterback and taken it to the right side as number 4, Zayden Davis, will keep that and take it all the way out to the 50-yard line. That'll be enough for a Centennial first down. Gain of 12. And so the Hawks move the chains and put it right at midfield here with 6 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Hawks going right to left in this first quarter. And now into the pistol as Davis stands at his own 45 awaiting the snap. Here it is, and the handoff. And the Tigers get a pretty good push up front, but then bouncing it to the outside of the 45. There's a penalty flag down. Eventually brought down. Pretty good tackle there by number 52. I think that's Morale who came back. Let's wait and see what the penalty flag is. They are rolling the clock. There's a penalty flag on the field. That's why he didn't roll the clock. The official is wanting upstairs to roll the clock as the ball was out to the 35. Face mask on Alamogordo. The official was getting frustrated up here, but it's because there was a penalty flag on the field. And so they're trying to roll the clock, but they shouldn't have been rolling the clock. There was a penalty flag. And now they're stopping the clock. I'm not sure why they took the extra time off of the clock. I guess it's the official's clock there. That's weird. First and 10, a 5-yard penalty there on Alamogordo to add on to the end of the run as it went all the way to the 35-yard line of the carry, 15-yard gain. Back to pass is Davis throwing deep up the far sideline. He's got a man, but coming back late and knocking it away was DeAndre Martin, a fine defensive play. The ball was a tad underthrown, and DeAndre was able to catch up on the play and get back there and knock it away. It looks like maybe he hurt his hand or if he's just posing. I can't say which one it is. He seems to be okay. I just couldn't tell maybe if he jammed a finger or something like that. So it'll be second down and 10 at the Alamogordo 30-yard line. Ball's on the near hash. And it's a tight set here for Centennial. No wide receivers. And they'll put a man in motion, and now that'll bounce him to the outside. And a handoff straight ahead. And another carrier for sent to Barraza. So Barraza will take it down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5. As the clock continues to roll here with 4:43 remaining. I guess the official does not want them to stop the clock unless they say to stop the clock, which is probably what it should be anyway. But here's a penalty flag. 2 receivers to the top. And the running back to the left with a 3rd and 5 here for Centennial. Snaps a little high. Quick throw to the outside is incomplete in front of the receiver. And it's going to be 4th and 5 on the first attempted pass. Looking for number 11, Christian Ortiz. And what does Centennial do here? Do they go for it or bring on the field goal unit? Not sure if they've got somebody they feel like they can knock it from this distance, but or are they maybe going to call a timeout and discuss this? So both teams have had to go on 4th down in this first quarter, and Centennial will call a timeout and talk it over. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Alamogordo 7, Centennial nothing, 4:23 remaining here in quarter number 1. We'll fit in a quick break as well. This is Tiger Football and Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project. Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
So here we go, 4th and 5 for Centennial. They are going for it. 4 wide receivers in the formation, running back to the left of the quarterback, Davis. Tigers with 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and 4 DBs. And now the officials stopping things, and for whatever reason, the white hat I feel like is kind of giving the business to the Centennial quarterback there. I'm not sure what was going on. Okay, ready to go. Here's the snap, and he steps up in the pocket, and is he going to get away? He got away from the first defender, still fighting. He is not going to get there. The Tiger defense is going to make the stop on a huge 4th down, and Alamogordo gets off the field and gets the offense back out there. And how about this, Tiger fans? They go down the field and put it in the end zone on the first drive, and now they've come up with a big 4th down stop as the Tigers will bring the offense back out on the field and will start about where they started their opening drive. I think they were at the 26. This time it'll be at the 23, but a gain of 2. It looked like the play looked like it was supposed to be a pass, or maybe it was a quarterback draw. I don't know. It looked kind of strange. But here we go, under center again for the Tigers. Not that much this season. And they'll hand it off up the middle, but Best not really going to go anywhere, and not even sure they're going to give him forward progress. They're not. To the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a loss of 1. So maybe surprising Centennial a little bit with the formation. They're going to back out and go into the shotgun. 1 wide receiver to the top, 2 to the bottom. Running back to the right. Here's the snap. And the handoff left side. Valdez has got a lane, but gets tripped up as he crosses the 25-yard line. Tackled down at about the numbers at the 27, it looks like. And so it'll be a gain of 5 on the rush for Valdez, who's already got a touchdown tonight. And the Tigers face a third down. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Running back to the left. Most likely going to have to go to the air here. Still 15 on the play clock, so they got some time. There's the snap. Here comes a blitz. And stepping up in the pocket and then getting swallowed up, and then the ball comes out. And who's got it? Looks like Centennial does. Well, it went from very, very positive to very bad there for Alamogordo. It was good pressure right up the middle by the Centennial defense. And when he turned around to try to get away from the pressure, Elijah, somebody reached in there and knocked the ball out of his hand. And so it'll be a 1st and 10 for Centennial back at the 13-yard line. No idea who was it. It was part of a big mass of humanity. There were 2 guys that were right in Elijah's face. That's one of those with the blitz coming. And there was a blitz coming off the corner that actually got picked up okay, but the push right up the middle gave Alamogordo some problems. And so a big sack there for Centennial, and now they've got a 1st and 10 inside the Alamogordo 15. From the 13-yard line, here's the snap, and keeping it is Davis as he pulls it from the gut of his running back, makes one man miss, makes another miss, and he is going to work his way to the end zone for a Centennial touchdown. So it's a 13-yard touchdown score for number 4, Zayden Davis. And that turned around very quickly there for Alamogordo, the high of the 4th down stop. And then, unfortunately, a fumble on the very next play. The Hawks have it in the end zone. They're running a player on late here for their extra point formation. 7-6 Alamogordo, pending the point after. And the Tigers block it, but I'm pretty sure that Efrain Hernandez was across the line before the try.
Blocked by the Tiger defense, but a flag on the play.
So it'll be at offsides, half the distance to the goal. And Centennial will try again.
Flag on the defense. We will have a
Tigers got a head start. See if they can time it a little bit better this run around. Number 21, Omar Terones, the kicker for the Hawks. Tigers again got some pretty good penetration in there, but the extra point is up and good, and Centennial has tied it. 2:44 remaining in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Tigers 7, the Hawks 7. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online at oterofcu.org or in person today. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Very close to being an excellent kickoff for Centennial, but goes out of bounds at about the 1-yard line on the near side of the field, and so the Tigers will get the ball at the 35, I assume. I don't think Alamogordo is going to make them re-kick it. So that'll be good starting field position for Alamogordo, and see if they can regain some of that momentum on the opening drive. That was mainly on the ground, which I got to say surprised me a little bit. I thought maybe Centennial's size would make that difficult for them, but the Tigers ran the ball well. Let's see if they have an adjustment or anything to get this going here. Maybe go to the air on first down. They haven't done that yet. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. As Montoya waiting the snap. Long wait. Fakes the handoff. Quick throw, and it's complete. To the 50-yard line is DeAndre Martin, and across midfield, and the Tigers have a first down. Good slant throw by Elijah Montoya, and it's going to be gain of 18, and the second completion for Montoya on just his second pass. DeAndre picks up his first catch. And the Tigers go quickly, and the ball comes loose, and Centennial has it. And I'm not sure where that came loose from, but the Tigers lose the football, and it's picked up, and we're going the other way. I was looking down for just a second. When I looked up, there wasn't really much reaction from anybody, and all of a sudden Centennial had a train of guys coming up the near sideline. Number 2, Juan Andres Pitar, had the football, and Alamogordo doing very much the opposite of what they needed to do in this game, which was avoid turnovers and be able to move the ball offensively. And just like that, it's a return out to the 23-yard line. So that was either on Montoya, or I believe Audette was the running back, so I don't know maybe if there was a trouble on the exchange of handoff or what exactly happened. Tigers were trying to run tempo, and or maybe the snap back to the quarterback, there was an issue there, but it was strange. But credit to Centennial. That's now I think it's the third fumble they forced. The second they recovered. That's what I get for trying to mark down stats while the game's going on. We do have an injured Centennial player on his back right now at the 47-yard line. And looks like Nisa Tran, the Alamogordo Tiger athletic trainer, is rubbing the left calf. No, actually, no, that was one of the athletic trainers for Centennial that was out there, and he hops up, number 79, and heads back to the sideline. Now, that is Abel Gonzalez. All right, well, this is quickly going the other way for the Tigers. What a great opening drive, and then a great stop defensively. But 2 fumbles, and now Centennial has a chance to quickly turn this around. 2:16 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Davis ready to take the snap, and the running back Barraza to his left. He will hand it off to Barraza, who will go right side, and he is going to be brought down. Looked like Bosserman slashed in there and made the stop. No, I think that is Demyron Smith, actually. Demyron, of course, we're going to see him on the basketball court later this year. Haven't seen him much for football this season, but he gets in there and makes the stop. It's a gain of about 3. 2 receivers at the top. Here's the snap, and again the handoff to Barraza, and again the Tigers with a pretty good jump in the backfield. Kamari and Morale again makes a nice stop for the Tigers.
3rd down and 7.
So it'll be 3rd and 7, and how badly the Tigers could use a stop once again, as the Hawks will spread it out wide now. 5 wide receivers. Let's see if they move somebody back into the backfield with Davis. They do not. And he is going to run it on the draw and go straight ahead. And he was past the first line on the quarterback draw and got tripped up just before he was going to head into the end zone. Mason Pittman makes the stop, but it's going to be a first down as he takes it all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 10.
Tiger defense with the stop, number 1, Mason Pittman.
It'll be first and goal for Centennial. 2 wide receivers, two tight ends now with the running back to the right of Davis. Here's the snap, and Hands it off, and Barraza will take it off the left side towards the near sideline. He will be brought down at about the 2, or I should say just outside the near hash marks. And he picks up a gain of 5. Second and goal now from the Alamogordo 3. If they hurry, they can get a playoff here before the end of the first quarter. Got about 10 seconds left. 2 receivers to each side. Again, 2 tight ends running back to the left. They do get the snap off in time. Davis takes it on the RPO and runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. The buzzer sounds at the end of the quarter, and they score at the end of the quarter as Davis gets his second touchdown run, this time from 3 yards out. And Centennial has grabbed the lead here, 13-7. I'm not sure if maybe Alamogordo went under center while I was looking down. Here's the extra point up and in, and maybe there was a problem on the center quarterback exchange. On that last play, I'll have to go around and ask a question real quick during the break. But we will go to the start of the second quarter with Centennial leading Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 14-7. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Next International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Kickoff to Anthony Audette. He takes it from the 5 to the 10, 20-yard line and fights forward across the 25 to about the 29. And that's where the Alamogordo offense will take over again. Opening drive, I want to say perfection, but about as close as it gets. The last 2 drives have not gone well. A fumble on a 3rd down deep in their own territory gave Centennial a great field position, and then a fumble at midfield for the Tigers. As Kamari Morale is running on late here to, looks like, play left guard for the Tigers. And I'm not sure what's going on with the official who's all the way down at the in line talking to the folks in the chairs over there, and I'm not sure what's going on now. And he's now talking to David Maldonado, the Alamogordo Tigers head athletic trainer. So Alamogordo is bringing back some of their offense to their sideline as I'm trying to tell what's on. There's something here to our right towards the south end zone near the scoreboard. And I mean, I'm trying to tell what looks different over there than what it usually does. But I genuinely have no idea why we've stopped play. As I know David had to run over in that direction. And now I see the other student now. No, they want the inflatable tiger to be brought down because the officials cannot see the scoreboard from the field. Okay. Interesting. That's the first time I've seen. I'm trying to remember if they bring it down usually, or this officiating group is very particular about things and very demonstrative about stuff, and that's fine. I mean, and again, if it is an issue, I'm just trying to think. Usually they keep that inflated throughout most of the game, if I remember right. How odd. Well, okay. Now we're ready to go. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. And in the shotgun, put a man in motion will be Martin. And he'll fake the push pass to Martin and then run straight ahead will Elijah Montoya. And he'll pick up a gain of like 3 on the carry, and it'll be 2nd and 7. Tigers now going right to left. We are in the second quarter. Hawks scored right at the gun at the end of the first quarter. There's the snap and the handoff, and coming to the left side. Pretty good hole for Avion Valdez, and he picks his way through traffic, inside tackle in between guard, and he's going to be about a yard or 2 shy of the first down, just a yard shy of the first down. So 6 yards on the carry, and the Tigers will face a 3rd and short. To the line quickly. Now here's the snap and the handoff, and straight ahead, and I'm not sure they got it. Yeah, I think Centennial met him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Again, I think if you're Alamogordo, you go here.
No gain on play, 4th and 1.
Centennial's been very good about not jumping off sides in these hard counts. Tigers on a 4th and 1. They do snap it. And looking to throw, and it's complete. And they find DeAndre Martin again across the 40-yard line to the 42. And the Tigers pick up the first down. Gain of 4. Second catch of the night for DeAndre. And the Tigers move the chains. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Here's the snap, fake of the handoff, back to throw. He's got time, still has time, got to get rid of it. Now he's running out of the pocket, and he has got some room out to the 50, and pretty close to a first down. Don't see any penalty flags. Really good pass protection there from the Tigers, and looks like they mark him right at the line to gain. Waiting to see if they give him the first down. Looks like they do. So 10 yards right on the dot for Elijah Montoya on the scramble. And credit to the Alamogordo offensive line. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Here's the snap and the handoff. And spin move by Audette, trying to bounce it to the outside. And Audette, I think, lucky to hold on to the football there. They're going to mark him back at the 50. Good push up front from Centennial's defensive line. They were right in Audette's face as he got to the line of scrimmage or around the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a loss of 2 on the carry. 2nd down and 12 now for the Tigers. Ball right at midfield. 14-7 Centennial, 9:12 to go in the second quarter. Here's the snap, speed option to the left. And late toss, and it's to Audette. Audette 40, 35 up the sideline. And a well-timed late toss again by the quarterback, Elijah Montoya. And the positive recipient of that is Audette, who picks up 20 and picks up a first down. That has been a nice addition to the Tigers' offensive repertoire this season, is that speed option. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. And Montoya with 13 on the play clock and of a first and 10 Centennial 30. Takes the snap and hands it off. Audette trying to find some room straight up the middle. And he'll push forward for maybe a gain of 2 on the carry. Waiting to see where the official mark.
Second down and 9.
Just a gain of 1. It's been mostly on the ground for Alamogordo. Pretty impressive how they've been able to move the football against this big defensive line for Centennial. Credit the big guys up front. They've done a nice job. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. And back to pass. Tigers looking to set up the screen. And it was deflected. Really well done by the defensive lineman for Centennial. Tigers had it set up pretty well. But while he was getting blocked, Abel Gonzalez was able to get his big hand up there and knock it away. And an incomplete pass for the first time in this game for the Tigers, as he was trying to hit Anthony Audette, was Elijah Toya. Setting up the screen, the near sideline right about the numbers. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. And back to pass on a 3rd and 9. Got time. Going deep down the middle of the field, but led his receiver too much. Had DeAndre Martin cutting towards the middle, but unable to connect. It's going to be a little bit too long for a field goal try for the Tigers. And certainly not a place where you're going to punt it. So Tigers will go for it, and we'll see what happens on a 4th and 9. So it's 2 wide receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Tigers need to hurry up here. They've got 5 on the play clock. 2 on the play clock. They do get it off in time. Back to snap, and here's the throw, left side, and it's knocked away. No penalty flags. That was a pretty good defensive effort there from Centennial. Trying to fit in double coverage. I will say Elijah gave Jason at least an opportunity at it, but the Tigers, with 3 consecutive incompletions, the screen on a nice deflection by a Centennial player throws off the mark on the 3rd down attempt, and another good defensive play as the safety came over the top and knocked it away from Warren before he could make a grab. And it'll be first for Centennial on their own 29-yard line. 7:42 to go, quarter number 2. And the Hawks will line up with 2 wide receivers at the top. Running back to the left. 3 down linemen for the Tigers, 4 crowding, and 5. And here's a fake of the handoff. Davis going to throw, and he's got a man down the middle of the field. It's a foot race now to the 30, to the 20, and the Tigers are going to lose that foot race all the way to the end zone for the touchdown is Christian Ortiz. Hawks haven't had much success through the air in this game. In fact, that's just their 2nd pass, but the Tigers got aggressive defensively, and it was man-on-man on the outside, and just running a kind of a soft post route up the middle was Ortiz on the 71-yard down completion. So the Hawks, after giving up an opening touchdown, have scored 20 unanswered points and look to make it 21 here with 7:31 remaining. Here's the kick. It's good. And Centennial in front now, 21-7 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service, it's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Kickoff for the Hawks will go through the back of the end zone, and that's where the Tigers will take over, is at the 25 after the touchback. It is 21-7 Centennial with 7:31 to go in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers are, 2 of their 4 drives, they moved the ball pretty well. And actually, I would say 3 of the 4. A fumble cost them on the 3rd drive. Ended up turning it over on downs, and then the very first play afterwards, Hawks in the end zone. Two receivers split out to the top for the Tigers. Tejas goes in motion as the lead back from left to right. And a fake of the handoff and then a quick throw. And Hawks had that screen read really, really well as Montoya tossed to the outside, and there was a Hawk player basically draped all over him in the backfield. It's a 2-yard loss on the completion. Well, that's one of those that I don't know if it's better. You see what's happening out there. Do you pull it down and just try to run and see if you can get something positive? But here's a handoff and to the right side and trying to find some room. Looked like that was Valdez. And checking to see, maybe that might have been Anthony. That was Valdez. So it'll end up being a gain of 1, and the Tigers face a 3rd and 11. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Tigers will have to go to the air again here once those pass rushers just run straight ahead and try to get to Elijah. Elijah rolling out to his left and throws and completes it. Really nice throw to DeAndre Martin. That's going to be enough for a first down. Boy, that was not an easy throw. Found DeAndre Martin for the 3rd time tonight at the 34-yard line. And the Tigers are able to move the chains. It's a gain of 15. Across the body throw while he's running out to his left. And on mark there for Elijah. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Elijah takes the snap and he'll hand it off. Audette, with a big head of steam, goes straight ahead. He's contacted, but he gets some positive yardage as he takes it to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the rush. 7 carries for 40 yards for Anthony on the night. And it's 5:55 remaining in the first half. If the Tigers are going to have any opportunity in this game, they've really got to have it in the end zone on this drive. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. And the running back to the left. And the snap and the handoff. Audette bounces it to the outside. Audette to the 35, 50. And he is out of bounds. I should say he was to the 40, then to the 45. And Audette got a good seal on the outside from his offensive lineman. And he takes it all the way to the 46-yard line for the first down for the Tigers. As he picks up a gain of 16. So the Tigers move the chains after that big 3rd down conversion. 2 receivers at the top and 1 to the bottom. Here's the snap and the handoff. And it's a fake handoff and then a quick throw. Tried to find Warren, who wasn't able to turn around quick enough. And a little frustration from Elijah Montoya. I don't know if the wrong route was run or Elijah made the wrong decision there. I'm not quite sure. Tigers are going to go back under center here. I formation on 2nd and 10. And they'll run that option, and I think Elijah kept it, held it in the gut of Best for quite a long time, but worked out okay. They were kind of sharing the possession there for a while, but the ball didn't come loose, so that's all right. He gets it down to the 39-yard line.
3rd down and 3.
And a gain of 6 for Alamogordo. Tigers 3rd and 7, so actually gain of 7. Under center again. And hands it off to Best, and Best is going to be very close to that first down marker. And I think he gains 2 on the carry. Tigers ready to go for it on 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 1. And they go quarterback sneak and straight up the middle. And it looks like it's going to be just enough for a first down for Alamogordo. And yes, it will be. It'll be a gain of 2 and move the chains again for Alamogordo. Under 4.5 minutes to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers trailing 21-7, and again have gotten into Centennial territory. They've done it all but 2 drives in this game. Again under center. This time a straight handoff to the tailback, and they give it to Audette. We do have a penalty flag from the umpire coming in. And wait and see what the call is. Holding on Alamogordo.
Holding on the offense.
And this will see if it goes back the full 10 yards from the original spot or if they're marking it off a little bit ahead of the original line of scrimmage. Yep, he'll mark it back 10 from the 35, so it goes back to the 45-yard line. The Tigers get hurt here. It'll be 1st and 20, and definitely changes the options in the playbook for Alamogordo. Tigers have an extra tight end in the formation now. Here's the snap. And here's the throw up the near sideline. He's got Warren. Warren, I believe, made the grab. He does. Jason Warren up the near sideline. It was almost shared possession there. They were tug of war for it, but it's going to end up being a 39-yard reception on a deep pass up the near sideline. And the Tigers are in business and under center, and trouble with the exchange, and we do have a flag on the far side. So I don't know if that's going to be false start or if Centennial had jumped off sides prior, and it looks like it's going to be on Alamogordo. Tigers going maybe just a little bit too fast now, as what was going to be 1st and goal from the 7 is going to be 1st and goal from the 12 now. Well, a great play by Jason Warren. It was man on man. Back under center with 2 wide receivers and an I formation. And they'll hand it off, and Valdez tries to go straight ahead. And he is going to be pushed back by what feels like the entire Centennial defense.
Number 6, Valdez with the carry.
The loss of 1 on the carry. And the Tigers will now have 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line. Tigers looking to the sideline. Clock continues to roll here with 3:23 remaining in the first half. 10 on the play clock. Tigers going back to the shotgun now. And the Tigers are going to call a timeout. So the Tigers will talk it over. And they managed to overcome that holding penalty on the big 40-yard completion to Jason Warren. And now we'll decide what to do here on a big 2nd down and 13, or 2nd down and goal from the 13-yard line for the Tigers on what has been a very solid drive, starting at their own 25-yard line. Had to convert a 3rd and long. A nice pass from Elijah Montoya to DeAndre Martin. Some good runs in there as well. And trying not to stall out and get into the end zone. And hey, I guarantee you, if you'd gone into this game and you told most of these guys in this Tiger team and Coach Cisco, hey, you're down by 7 at half, you probably would have been okay with it. That would have been all right, to be honest. I think most Tiger fans would have taken that. So if they can get in the end zone here, and obviously the big key is there's still 3:10 left on the clock. That's going to leave a lot of time for Centennial, is not letting them get back into the end zone. So here we go for the Tigers. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Running back is to the right of Montoya. A fake of the handoff. And, he tried to sidearm a throw out to Tejas, who was slipping out from the backfield. And it's incomplete. That was not a very easy throw there for the quarterback, Montoya. Tejas did have a defender on him. I don't think he would have had a free run to the end zone, but pretty well drawn up play. I think Tejas would have been able to turn and have some room to run. Maybe that big body could have run over that defender, but incomplete pass. Tigers 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Five on the play clock. Tigers need to snap it here. And instead, just kind of standing around, and the Tigers take their final timeout. We'll take one as well. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard with 3:06 remaining. Here in quarter number 2, it's Centennial 21, Alamogordo 7. We'll return for a big 3rd down and goal for the Tigers right after this.
When you open a youth savings account for your child or grandchild at our credit union, you'll be starting them on a lifetime of smart financial decisions. They'll learn that our credit union is there to help them in the future. We are member-owned and not-for-profit, so there's no better place to save. Loco Credit Union, we belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
So here we go, 3rd and goal from their own 13. Looking to throw up the near sideline. It is tipped around. It is intercepted by the Hawks, and the Tigers are going to come up empty as number 21, Omar Terrones, comes away with the pick. Trying to fit it in between 2 players there was Montoya, and the DB cut underneath and made the play. And so an interception for the Hawks. So the Tigers will try to keep Centennial off the scoreboard here with 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And 3 down linemen for Alamogordo, starting at their own 20-yard line after the touchback on the pick. Here's the snap. Davis will fake the throw and now run straight up the middle. Davis showing off his speed, going up the far sideline. Davis 40, Davis 50, 45, 40. And he is going to run away from everybody. Well, he's going to stop short. What was that?
Number 4, Davis with the...
I guess the only thing I could guess is they're going to try to draw some clock out here so the Tigers won't get the ball before the end of the half. Or maybe they wanted to get somebody in particular a touchdown here is all I can think of. That was odd. 78 yards on the run. I don't know. I'm thinking they are trying to draw some clock, to be honest, because they're letting it run a little bit. But that was strange. I don't think I've seen that before. So I mean, you're just going to take a knee here or something to draw some more clock off? Or they're running the end zone now. So the only thing I think is, maybe they're trying to get Rudy Rios the touchdown. Is all I can maybe figure, because 25 got the carry. I don't know. That was something. I gotta think there's a story there, other than just taking another 40 seconds off the game clock, which. Yeah, there's still 2 minutes left. That was odd. So anyhow, snap down, kick is up, and it's good. So I'm sure that I don't know if there was something said to Davis prior or that was different. Okay, Centennial 28, Alamogordo 7, 2:06 remaining. here in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nex International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Hawks get ready to kick it off. Just to kind of, I don't know if I explained it well enough, Davis was up the far sideline and had probably 5 yards on a Tiger defender and basically slid down at the 2-yard line. And then they ran another play and ran it in from 2 yards out. So, I'm not sure if it was to get a particular player the ball and I believe it was 25. Maybe I had the number wrong. Maybe it was somebody else. So, regardless, Hawks in the end zone 1 play later. Like I said, the only thing I can gather is maybe they were trying to not leave Alamogordo much clock to try and do something here at the end of the quarter. But, I mean, I'll be honest, for Centennial, I really don't think they have to worry about trying to. I'm not saying Alamogordo can't go down the field and score here, because they can. It's more of you're going to be up by 3 scores. I'm not sure that's necessarily something you need to be doing. And here comes a handoff. Straight up the middle. Going to be a good first down carry for the Tigers up to the 27-yard line. As Valdez gets the carry for 7. Tigers will get right back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 3. Takes the snap. And again, the handoff. And Valdez again will go straight up the middle and will pick up some yardage. Gain of 4. And it'll be another first down for Alamogordo. Stop the clock for just a little bit, and then they'll roll it here with 1:28 remaining. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. And the Tigers certainly need to go to the air here if they're going to try to get some points before the end of the half. Well, they're going to run it again, and they're going to run a reverse. And it's going to be DeAndre Martin who's going to have nowhere to go. Tried to turn the corner, but the Hawks read that well. And it's going to be a loss of 1. Now tried to get Centennial. I don't know where Artesia came from. That's trying to get Centennial to overcommit to one side, and they stayed home nicely and cut off the corner for Martin to get around. 2nd and 11. Here's the snap. Fake of the handoff. Looking to throw on the play action. Deep up the far sideline. And again, finds DeAndre Martin. Another nice grab over at the far sideline. Made the grab just in front of the numbers at the 50 and goes out of bounds. That'll be all the way to the 47-yard line. The Tigers will move the chains as they pick up a gain of 15. And stop the clock going out of bounds. Tigers, I think, were trying to set up a screen and need to throw it away at this point. Well, kept it alive. And did he catch it in bounds? Yes, he did. Valdez somehow caught that ball, got a foot down. I couldn't tell the Tiger players were in the way of seeing what kind of footwork he put down, but that play looked like it was dead to rights, and somehow it's going to be a 7-yard completion on a near sideline catch by Avion Valdez. And actually a gain of 8 on the carry. Credit to the receivers for not quitting on the play. 26 seconds left. Tigers will have 4 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Here's the snap. And rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Now stutter stepping and tossing it and almost intercepted. Boy, that was a late decision to throw there by Montoya, and the DB was cutting in on the pass. And that fits even just a little bit later. That has pick 6 written all over it. He's streaking up the far sideline with a touchdown. The Tigers face a 3rd and 2. 19 seconds remaining. They go 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Ball's on the near hash. They're at the Centennial. 45-yard line going right to left. Running back is to the left of Montoya. Back to pass. And he throws and completes it to Martin. Martin fighting for extra yardage and still fighting as clock continues to roll here. They stop the clock with 9 seconds left. And Alamogordo will probably clock it here. Well, they're going to have an injury instead, and it might be, is that Avion or is that somebody else? Because there was a big mass of humanity. And both of the Alamogordo Tigers athletic trainers and a couple of the student athletic trainers in there quickly to help out. I guess that's DeAndre, actually. I'm sorry. So DeAndre a little shaken up after the play as he makes the completion out to the 37-yard line. The gain of 8. And he will sit up now. I think he just kind of had his body all twisted up as he was trying to fight for the yardage. And seems like DeAndre is okay. Gets up on his own power, but just needed a minute to kind of gather himself. And he is going to actually go back to the sideline and lay on his back again. But the Tigers will be able to run a play. Trips to the top, 1 to the bottom. They'll roll the clock. Here's the snap. Pump fake, and not feeling the sack there was Elijah Montoya, and that's going to be the last play of the half. As coming from the blind side, one of the defensive linemen for Centennial got over there and made the play. And the Hawks will take a 28-7 lead into the halftime locker room. We will take a break and bring you to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show with the Tigers down 28-7. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
It's Tiger football season. All of us at Otero Federal Credit Union are supporting the athletes and coaches, and we know they're going to have a great season. We hope you'll stop by one of our great branches and take advantage of all our services: checking, savings, vehicle loans, credit cards, and so much more. It's also simple and easy to bank with us online anytime. Download the OFCU app today or visit oterofcu.org. OFCU, your community credit union since 1953. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
It's never too early to lay away. Letter jackets for Christmas.
The Winter Circle offers a variety of letter jackets in traditional styles for your students in Alamogordo, Cloudcroft, Tularosa, and Mescalero. Stop by today and help make your high schoolers' last years memorable. Lay away your letter jacket now. The Winter Circle, outfitting champions for over 50 years.
1201 East 10th Street. Open Monday through Friday.
Go Tigers! See you at the games!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Here I was just looking at the scoreboards, not realizing I needed to talk. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show on the Richardson Motors scoreboard here at half at Centennial 28 and Alamogordo 7. Great opening drive for Alamogordo. It finished up with a 1-yard touchdown run from Avion Valdez. Unfortunately, from that point, it's been mostly Centennial. The Tigers have moved the ball well. They've had an interception on a third and goal. They had a fumble on a, trying to remember, was it a first down? No, they had a turnover on downs inside the 30. They had a fumble on a first down at the 50. Had a fumble on a pass drop back on a third and long after they had stopped Centennial on a fourth and down until at a 7-0 lead. But, yeah, since that point, and it's been big plays for Centennial. A long 71-yard touchdown pass. What probably should have been an 80-yard touchdown run, but ended up being a 78-yard run and then a 2-yard touchdown run. A 2-yard touchdown run from Zayden Davis. That was after the fumble return from the 50. Davis had a 13-yard touchdown run on the very next play after the fumble return, or the fumble by the Tigers on the quarterback sack. But they've moved the ball. And that's, I will say that's one thing for the Tigers. There's definitely some positives with that. I've got 114 passing yards for Elijah Montoya and 48 rushing yards for Avion Valdez, 42 for Montoya, 56 for Audette, 8 for Best. And I need to add up the reception yards. DeAndre Martins, I think, got 3 or 4 catches tonight. Jason Warren's got the one long catch tonight on a man-on-man grab or man-on-man battle down at about the 5-yard line. But the Tigers weren't able to, unfortunately, punch it in the end zone from that spot either. So a lot of good things, but just not good enough against a team like Centennial. And, it's kind of been the story a little bit in some of these games against Las Cruces and Hobbs. I will say Alamogordo has looked much more competitive tonight than they did last week against Hobbs. I think Alamo has played much better both offensively and defensively this week. It just hasn't been quite enough, and they needed to avoid turnovers, and they have not done that tonight. And when they get deep into Centennial territory, they need to get in the end zone, and twice inside their 30, they have not been able to do that. But they'll let it go. Centennial's going to get the ball to start the second half, and the Tigers just need to continue to fight hard as they have been. And I like the effort tonight. They really look like they are very much in the game and have played well in spots. But the last 2 drives for Centennial, it's been big plays. I think they've gone pretty much the length of the field in 3 plays towards the end of the half, and that's something that they certainly can't have happen as we go into the second half. All right, it's 28-7, Centennial in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. We'll come back and get some stats from some other games around the area, so stay with us. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 19. Don't you go anywhere.
In business and in life, it's good to have a partner and a friend. The credit union partners with our members to build a stronger financial future. Your debit card and online banking keeps you in control of your finances. We belong to you, so you stay in control. Loco Credit Union, we belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project. If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers! When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online at oterofcu.org or in person today. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company. Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Next International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. Centennial leads Alamogordo 28-7 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard as we are at halftime. Looking at Tularosa, I think it's 28-0 Tule right now over Estancia. Trying to pick up a scoreboard here from kind of a grainy camera, so I'll do my best to try to give you the answer there. Looks like Tularosa may have just thrown an incompletion there. I'm not sure. It may have been a touchdown, actually. So anyway, they looks like they are in control, is Tularosa. I'm a little unsure on what's going on here. Maybe that was the last play before half. But it may kind of, or maybe that was a 2-point conversion try. So I think it's 34-0 Tularosa, as they are, I would imagine, still in the first half there. Mescalero Apache is in control against the Capitan Tigers tonight as they are up 30-6. Looks like they'll pick up their 4th win of the season. Good round of applause, by the way, here for the Alamogordo Tiger Marching Band. They've still got one more performance this year. I believe they're going to be down at the Tournament of Bands in Las Cruces coming up next weekend. But they should be honoring their seniors. And if I remember right, the weird thing that they do, they have the seniors dress up in Halloween costumes and take a lap around the track. So hopefully they still do that here, I would imagine. I usually get a kick out of that. Some other scores from around the state. Gaston 21, Santa Teresa nothing. Hobbs 34 over Oregon Mountain 3. Eunice is trailing Loving 14-13. That's an interesting score. Eunice is right now number 1 in 2A. Artesia 34-0 up on Goddard. Bloomfield leading Aztec 30-0. La Cueva, I believe that one's just about finished. It's 51-0 last time I saw. And at halftime, Piedra Vista 32-6 over Highlands. Kirtland Central 54-0. They beat Gallup. West Las Vegas 41-0 at halftime over Santa Fe Indian. Roswell up 28-0 on Mayfield at halftime. At halftime, it's Santa Rosa leading Escalante 35-0. Portales leads Bernalillo 24-0 at half. In the first half, Hatch Valley leading Socorro 14-10. Espanola Valley 13-0 leading Moriarty. 7-7 tie in the first half between Rio Rancho and Volcano Vista. Texaco leads Jow 14-13 at halftime. St. Mike's up on Cathedral out of El Paso 13-10. That's in the first half as well. So we'll double check and see if we've got any other NMOT sports updates for you guys. Artesia up 41-0 at halftime. And let's see if we got any other ones for you guys. Rio Rancho up at half 10-7 over Volcano Vista. That's a pretty big score. Let's see if there's some other halftime updates here. Let's see. Tularosa 20. So it's probably 34-8 Tularosa after that score in the first half. I couldn't quite tell from the video I'm watching what the score was. Any other good ones here? Let's see. Robertson up on Raton, 17-7. Santa Rosa leads Escalante, 35-0. I think I already said that one. And Dexter up on Tucumcari, 22-7. Clovis leads Capital, 21-7. Belen over Miamura, 14-7. There's no huge surprises out there. Maybe Rio Rancho leading Volcano Vista. Maybe Loving leading Eunice. I think that's a little bit of a surprise, but still got another half to go there. So it looks like they're doing Tiger Band a little bit differently here. They're doing the honoring of the kids here down at the right in front of us here at the bottom. It used to be they would. Oh no, I see the shoes out there. Okay, so everybody left their shoes out there on the field. I was gonna say that used to be something that they do or did back in the day. Hey, we'll hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week, Omar Enriquez, coming up here in just a little while. And we're going to be pretty close ready for second half as Alamogordo and Centennial will keep it going here. Centennial leading 28-7 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be back.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
When you open a youth savings account for your child or grandchild at our credit union, you'll be starting them on a lifetime of smart financial decisions. They'll learn that our credit union is there to help them in the future. We are member-owned and not-for-profit, so there's no better place to save. Loco Credit Union, we belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Next International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
This is your Alamo Sports Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winter Circle. This week's athlete is Omar Enriquez of Tiger Cross Country. You guys are almost to the end of the season, if you can believe it.
I know, it's crazy.
How is that feeling? I mean, you're going to be your last cross country season. I mean, is it hitting you a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every time I think about it, I do cry in the shower. But yeah, it came quicker than I had hoped. But I'm happy with where I'm at, and I'm happy with where I see the team going. I think we'll be leaving them in a good spot.
And are you guys happy that you get a home meet this year? Is that kind of excited to be able to finish it off with getting able to compete at home this year?
Yeah, I'm really happy, especially because in the previous time we had our home meet, it was only a couple of teams, so not really sure we could count that as a meet. So it's been a while since we've had a real bona fide meet here in Alamo. So it'll be nice to have all the schools see what Alamo Cross Country is about, see where we run, and give them a taste of what we got.
Yeah. I think I saw like 10 to 15 schools already signed up for it.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that's awesome. So overall, how do you feel like you've run this season? I think you finished top 5 and pretty much at least top 5 in every single one of your meets this year.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think Top 3. I've only gone down to 3rd, and I've won 3 individual meets. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
And I know, for a runner, finishing first is great, but obviously you're more focused on, I'm sure, the times than anything else. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
How do you feel like, are you hitting markers or areas that you want to so far this year?
So far, I've seen my progress steadily increase. It's difficult to see how you're doing and compare it to the other teams because they start so much earlier. So, especially at the beginning of the season, I was really worried because I was like, oh my God, it's my senior season and I'm messing it up so hard. But no, I just, you trust the process and the times will show that eventually. So it's definitely working out good right now.
And what's also awesome, obviously, when we talk about cross country coming to a close, but we know that you've got track and field coming up in the spring. So you've still got one more big athletic thing to look forward to here before the end of your Tiger career, right?
Definitely, yeah. But cross is always going to be where my heart's at.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be bittersweet.
All right. Well, we certainly look forward to seeing how that finishes up for you. What do you? Have you started thinking about graduation at all? Are you excited about it, or is you just don't even want to go there yet?
Oh yeah, like I said, crying about cross, crying about graduation. It's all tears everywhere. But I'm excited to start my life. I'm excited to go to college. During my downtime between track and cross, I'll be getting my private pilot's license. So we're hoping to get that fast track so I can become a commercial pilot later on.
You'll go from cross country doing some flying, and then you go back to track and field.
Yeah, that'll be the plan.
Okay. Well, Omar, we certainly look forward to the rest of the season for you. You guys have your home meet coming up next weekend, district the week after that, where you're going to go after those Oregon Mountain guys.
That's right.
And then, of course, I'm sure state for you guys as well. So wish you the best luck. Congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're about ready for the second half. Thanks to Otero Federal Credit Union for bringing you the halftime show on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. It's currently Centennial 28 and Alamogordo 7. Tigers will kick it off. Centennial won the toss and deferred to the second half. Centennial will be going towards the north end zone, so right to left, as you're listening to us here on your Friday night. Really nice senior night festivities. One more chance for the home fans. They'll probably have one more showcase for the band after the tournament champions. They usually do. But certainly the Friday night football games tend to be their biggest crowds outside of, going to the competitions. And I know they really appreciate everybody cheering them on. Got a good hearty round of applause for all the seniors. All right, here we go on senior night for Tiger football, as well as the kickoff will bounce out of bounds. And so wait and see if Centennial will take it or will force Alamogordo to kick it again. Looks like they're going to just send the offense out, and we'll start at the 35-yard line. All right, so we'll begin the second half with Centennial starting at the 35, and the Tigers will try to reset a little bit defensively, giving up a 71-yard touchdown, a 78-yard run, followed by a 2-yard touchdown on the last 3 offensive plays for Centennial. Team, they'd done pretty well before those plays. The defense was put in difficult position twice, but on the other drive, they made some stops when they needed to. Bunch wide receivers, trips to the top, 1 wide receiver to the bottom, and a running back is to the left of the quarterback, Davis. Quick throw to the outside is complete, and getting across the 40 and getting brought down out of bounds. Shy of the first down marker is going to be number 14 for the Hawks, Jordan Lucas. And Demyron Smith comes up with the stop. 2nd and 7 after the 7-yard completion. And again, they'll quick throw to the outside again, and once again to the same wide receiver, this time to the near side. It's complete to Jordan Lucas. And Lucas will have enough for the first down as they get it to the 48-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 10, and the Hawks will move the chains. Centennial now goes 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Put a tight end in the formation with the running back to the left. And not using Barraza now. It's a different running back in there. number 13. 13 or 19. Here's the snap. It's 19. Handoff goes straight up the middle. And jumping in there and bringing him down was Mason Pittman. It'll be a gain out to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And so Anthony Villa, the sophomore, with the carry, his first of the night. And it'll be 2nd and 4. Centennial lines up quickly. 10.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Same formation. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Davis will hand it off again. Villa gets it and pushes forward across the 40-yard line, maybe the 39, but it's going to be just shy of the first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 3. And 3rd down and 1 for Centennial.
Let's hold that line.
One receiver to the bottom, 1 at the top. And running back to the left here of Davis. Takes the snap. Again, just a straight handoff to Villa. And Villa's got the first down. Pittman, again, is going to get in on there on the stop, but not before it's a first down for the Hawks out to the Alamogordo 32-yard line on the carry. Gain of 8. As the Hawks not really doing anything fancy here. A couple of bubble screens. Got them a first down. And now 3 consecutive handoffs and enough to move the chains. They'll go 3 wide receivers atop this time, 1 at the bottom. And the running back to the right of the quarterback, Davis, put a man in motion. And they'll fake the handoff. Nope, they gave it to him, and he's up the far sideline and still running with it to the 15 of the 10. And, boy, just some impressive speed there from Christian Ortiz. A 32-yard touchdown run. That young man is fast. Touchdown Hawks. Good blocking on the outside by Centennial as well, but once he turned the corner, got to the opposite side, Tigers didn't have anybody to catch up in there. Davis, I've been impressed with his speed tonight too. Awaiting the snap for the extra point. Kick is up, and looks to be good, and it is. So the Hawks need 2:55 here in the second half to get into the end zone and take a 35-7 lead on the Richardson Motor scoreboard over the Tigers. We will take a break and come right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
It's Tiger football season. All of us at Otero Federal Credit Union are supporting the athletes and coaches, and we know they're going to have a great season. We hope you'll stop by one of our great branches and take advantage of all our services: checking, savings, vehicle loans, credit cards, and so much more. It's also simple and easy to bank with us online anytime. Download the OFCU app today or visit oterofcu.org. OFCU, your community credit union since 1953. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Anthony Audette will return from just in front of the goal line and work his way all the way out to the 20. And the Tigers will start their first drive of the second half right there. So the Tigers offensively have moved the ball pretty well tonight. You figure, let's see, 40, 42, it's 80, 100. I mean, they're close to 150 yards rushing and 120 yards passing tonight. Again, if you would ask the Tigers if you had 300 yards total, almost about 300 yards total offense in the first half, you probably would have been okay with it. But unfortunately, the scoreboard is most definitely not where they want it. One receiver to the bottom and 1 to the top. As the running back is to the right of Montoya, here comes the snap and the handoff. And to the left side, Valdez charged right inside left tackle and going to pick up 4 yards on the carry. And a gain of 4 for the Tigers. 2nd and 6 for Alamogordo. Now we'll go under center. And handoff to the fullback, I believe Best. And maybe got a yard on the carry. Checking to see if that's who it was or if they had somebody else in there, fullback. No, Audette got the carry. No, it was Best, so it was 12. Tigers going to go under center here on a 3rd and 5 again. And quick pass, and the throw is complete to Jason Warren on a simple slant play. And they're going to pick up the first down. Good throw from Montoya. It'll be a gain of 11 on the first down.
11-yard gain, but that's the Tigers. First down.
So Alamogordo moves the chains, and it's 1st and 10. And again, they'll go I formation. And pulling it out from the fullback was Montoya, and that was not the best decision. And I never heard a whistle. Players never really stopped down there, it seemed like, and that was understandably. It looked like Montoya was frustrated, as it ends up being a 2-yard loss. He was trying to pull it and then go with the pitch, but had somebody right on him, and it's going to be a 2-yard loss for the Tiger quarterback. 2nd and 12 for Alamogordo. They'll go back to the shotgun. Best is the lead back to the left. One receiver to the bottom, one to the top. Here is the handoff to Valdez, who gets behind his big offensive lineman and will work for 3 yards and make it a 3rd and 9. Tigers changing out some personnel here. And it'll be 1 receiver to the top, 2 to the bottom. And Montoya rolls to his right. Blitzer's coming, sets up the throw. And he completes it, and it should be enough for a first down. Yes, nice catch right at the marker at the 47-yard line as Michael Gonzalez makes the catch. And the Tigers have enough for another first down here. That's a gain of 10. They needed 9. Tigers move the chains on 3rd down once again. Handoff will go to Valdez out of the I, and he is slung down after a gain of 1. By the way, I know you guys wanted to really know they did dress up in the in the Halloween costumes, the band. Some of them are actually sprinting around the track right now. Couldn't help but be a little distracted by that. 2nd and 9 for Alamogordo. Ball is at their own 47-yard line. Tigers will look back to the sideline and get a call from Coach Sisko, and Montoya will relay it to his offensive lineman. Here's the snap, and again the handoff. They'll give it to Audette, who takes it right side, and Audette gets a good carry across the 50 and down to about the 46-yard line. There, by the way, there is a hot dog and one of those Among Us characters that are running right here in front of us. I think the Among Us guy is going to win. 3rd and 3. That was a 7-yard gain for Audette on that last carry. Ball is at the Centennial 46-yard line. Play action, quick throw, and it's popped up in the air. Looked like Bryant had it, and maybe it was ripped loose there by Terrones, who has an interception already tonight for Centennial. So it's an incomplete pass, and it'll be 4th down, and no doubt the Tigers will go for it here in Centennial territory, 4th and 3. So 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Tigers move around some offensive linemen and get set up. Here is the handoff to Audette. Kind of surprised they went to the ground there on a 4th and 3. I believe they're going to call it forward progress. The ball did come out, but it is a turnover on downs. No gain on the carry, and the Tigers will send it back the other way. Well, I have seen the Tigers pick up first downs on those spots previously, and I don't know if that was possibly a read option, and maybe Elijah had a choice there to hand it off or play action and try to throw it. Regardless, Centennial makes the play, and the Hawks will get it back up 35-7. Ball is at their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Centennial. 5 wide receivers for Davis. Not surprised to see a quarterback draw. No, he's going to throw. Out to the far sideline, he's got a man over there. It's caught And a nice tackle on that far side by Dylan Hergenrader as he jumped right on the back of the receiver, number 14, Jordan Lucas. Lucas to the 48 on the other side of the field, so it'll be a 4-yard gain. Two receivers at the top and two to the bottom. Running back now to the right of Davis. And Davis, I think, kept it and is swallowed up in the backfield. Another nice play. Kamarian Morale has had a really good game for the Tigers. I've called his name a number of times, not just up the middle, but the junior has on pursuits. And it was a read option there, and quarterback kept it, and Morale just went for the quarterback, and loss of 9 on the sack. Trips to the bottom and 1 to the top. Running back to the right of Davis here. Ball now back on their own side of the field at their own 44. Davis back to pass. Has time, throws down the middle of the field. He's got a man. He's going to drop it. Kind of got turned around in midair. Was looking for number 3, Ralph Silva, but it's going to be incomplete. And maybe the Hawks will punt here. I don't know. Kind of surprised they won't on 4th and 14, but maybe they will go for it. Doesn't seem like they're changing personnel yet. And the Hawks will stay out there on offense. 4 wide receivers. Now, maybe they'll pooch kick it here. Yeah, Davis will. He'll pooch kick it. And that'll roll down to about the 29-yard line. And Alamogordo will get it there. So the Tigers force a 3 and out, mainly by the big sack from Kamarian Morale. And the Tigers will get the ball back. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. 4:06 remaining in the third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Two receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. And running back to the left of Montoya. Handoff, and it's Audette straight up the middle, and Audette finds a lane. And looked like he might break it there for a second, but Anthony a little slow to get up after that, but looks like he's okay. They are going to bring him out of the game after he took a little bit of a knock. It's a gain of 8 for Anthony. Now the handoff will go to Avion, and Avion very close to the first down yardage at the 40. Looks like he may get it. They're not going to quite give it to him. So need less than a yard. And he'll get it. And still running with it is that Audette that came back into the game? No, that's Valdez again. So Avion Valdez picks up 8 on the gain. On his 16th carry of the night, he's got 58 yards. And the Tigers are at their own 48-yard line with a 1st and 10. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Tigers been working quick offensively all night long. Here's the snap, and they'll give it again to Valdez, who goes straight up the middle, but not much there. It's a gain of 1. Now, I appreciate the effort the Tigers have put in here in the second half. Like I said, this team looks remarkably better than the team that I saw last week in Hobbs. So I feel like they've played really well. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. And Audette crosses the 50 and gets to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 4. I don't know if I need to put mics down in the field or something. I don't hear the whistles don't seem very loud tonight. I don't hear plays getting blown dead very much, but I don't know. I can hear a lot of other things out there. I just can't hear the whistles. As long as the guys in the field can hear it, that's all that matters. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom for the Tigers on a 3rd and 5. And fake of the handoff, and now trying to run with it is Montoya, and he'll be brought down at the near sideline. And the forward progress stopped him. Not sure where it stopped him at. Looks like back at the 47-yard line, and the Tigers, I think this is Alamogordo's first punt of the night. I think it's, well, before Centennial punted on the last drive, a little pooch kick by the quarterback, Davis. I think they're trying to get the clock to run, are the officials. And now it goes. And I think they're wanting it to continue to run until a certain point before we get going again. Now, they called forward progress, so the clock shouldn't have stopped on that last play. And so now they'll roll the play clock, which already rolled. Tigers have plenty of time to get the punt off. Vasquez will boot to one high and hanging. Fair catch called for and grabbed by Centennial in front of the 25-yard line, Ortiz. And it'll be at the 24-yard line. 1:11 remaining. Good punt there again from Vasquez, who has been excellent in the kicking game for the Tigers this year. Yeah, this is going to feel like a game of what if, I think, for Alamogordo a little bit. You know, if they can get in the end zone a couple of times when they get deep into Centennial territory. Don't think they win it, but this is a much, much closer game. And the Hawks ready to go with two wide receivers at the top, one at the bottom. Tigers 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Here is the snap, and they'll hand it off and turn in the corner up the far side and getting tripped up, but getting enough for the first down yardage. But maybe a little shaken up on the play. Looks like he's all right as he pops back up. That is Rios, number 25. And I'm just noticing that the Hawks have their names on the back of their jerseys. That's fancy. Don't really see that in high school sports anywhere, but I don't know. Guess if you, I don't know if that's a money thing or how that works, but it's about a 10-yard gain on the run for Rios. Here's the snap. Rios will get it again, and Tigers this time, well, they look like they had it pretty well stopped up, but as he was contacted, Rios started to really churn those legs and push forward for about 4. So it's actually a gain of 5. And it'll be second down and 5 for Centennial, and that looks to be the last play of the third quarter. So after 3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Centennial 35, Alamogordo 7. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
Second and 5 for Centennial from their own 40, and hand off again to Rios, and he takes it off left side and slashing in and making the tackle, Devontae Bosserman. Oh, I'm sorry. Demyron Smith makes the tackle for the Tigers. I think I'm saying his name right. I know it for quite a while there I was saying it incorrectly. You know, I try. Let me make sure that I've... Myron, yeah. Okay, I think I'm saying it right. There's a snap on a 3rd and 2, and again, they'll give it off to Rios, and he comes to the near side. Actually, it's a new running back to the 50, and he's got the first down across the 45. This will be number 19, Anthony Villa. And Devontae Bosserman makes the stop all the way to the 44-yard line. And it'll be a first down for the Hawks. Two receivers at the top, one at the bottom. Tigers bringing 5 on the pressure. Quick throw to the outside is complete. And a nice move made by the receiver on the outside, moving up the far sideline to the 20, cuts back into the 10, and he is going to the end zone for the touchdown. A 44-yard touchdown pass to number 3, Ralph Silva. And the Hawks are up 41-7. And if they punch through the extra point, we'll be on to a running clock here in the 4th quarter. Well, I will look at this game and feel like Alamogordo really had a chance to keep this one competitive in the first half, and just some mistakes. And I mean, give Centennial the credit as well, as the extra point is up and good. Forcing the turnovers and making the stops when they needed to. 3 turnovers in this game for Alamogordo, 2 fumbles and an interception. And against a very good football team, you just can't have 3 turnovers, and Centennial has not turned the ball over with the exception on downs once. Been about it. All right, 10:50 remaining, and we'll come back with the Tigers trailing 42-7.
It's never too early to lay away. Letter jackets for Christmas.
The Winter Circle offers a variety of letter jackets in traditional styles for your students in Alamogordo, Cloudcroft, Tularosa, and Mescalero. Stop by today and help make your high schoolers' last years memorable. Lay away your letter jacket now. The Winter Circle, outfitting champions for over 50 years.
1201 East 10th Street. Open Monday through Friday.
Go Tigers! See you at the games!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Zayden Davis with a 44-yard touchdown pass to Ralph Silva. Extra point good. And here comes the kickoff the other way. And it looks like Valdez. No, it's Saudette. No, Valdez taking it deep, but he will be knocked down just as he crosses the 20-yard line. So, again, we do have a running clock here with a 35-point lead for Centennial. And they look to be on the way to their 7th victory of the season. They're getting ready for a matchup against Las Cruces, who has won 5 straight after dropping their first 4, 5-4, and that'll be for the district championship next week between the Bulldogs and the Hawks over in Las Cruces on Friday night. We'll be in Las Cruces on Thursday night as Alamogordo faces off against Oregon Mountain. So Tigers line it up here. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Hawks look like they're showing blitz. They do bring extra. Here is the pass to Warren. Warren makes the grab, makes one man miss, and then is brought down as he crosses the 30. So it'll be a gain of about 8 or 9 for Jason Warren.
This side, first down, second down.
And a handoff up the middle. And making one man miss and staying on his feet and fighting for yardage is Anthony Audette, as he will get all the way to the 45-yard line on the Centennial side of the field. That is a gain of 25 and puts him over 100 yards rushing on the night. And here's a handoff again to Audette, and Audette off to the races and brought down at the 25-yard line. And he will pick up 20 on that carry and over 120 yards rushing. So the Tigers quickly moving it down the field and already at the line of scrimmage. And again, they give it to Audette. And again, Anthony will just push straight ahead. And it'll be a 5-yard gain for Audette on the carry. Anthony will get a spell here as they'll bring in Valdez. 2nd and 5. Give it to Valdez, and he pushes straight ahead. And he'll pick up 3 on the carry. Valdez pushes it down inside the 20-yard line as the Tigers get in the red zone with 8.5 minutes remaining. 2 receivers at the top and 1 to the bottom for Alamogordo. And, yeah, I was going to say, there weren't flags initially, but looked like either one of the offensive linemen or the lead back stepped early, and the Tigers will get whistled for a 5-yard penalty. I assume that's what it is. Okay, now they're going back.
Ball start on the offense. Replay, second down. 2nd and 6.
Kind of a delay on getting that done. Tigers ready to go. And keeping on the speed option is Montoya. Montoya takes it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. And the Tigers looking very good on this drive. And they've got a 1st and goal, 15 yards. 55 yards rushing on 11 carries now. And it looks like Centennial is going to call a timeout. So they'll stop the clock with 7:20 remaining here in quarter number 4. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Centennial 42, Alamogordo 7. We'll return after this break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk.
You've worked hard. Who deserves a vacation more than you? Our credit union says nobody. Talk to us about a relaxing vacation loan. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. For a vacation so relaxing, even the loan is stress-free. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
It is 1st and goal from the 6 for Alamogordo. Valdez, the running back, to the left of Montoya. Warren, the receiver, to the bottom. Martin and Gonzalez, the receivers, to the top side. And Montoya, well handed off. Valdez straight up the middle, made the first man miss. And kind of pushing on top of the pile. Never actually went down, but at his forward progress stopped. And we'll get 3, it looks like, on the run. Tigers right back to it. Here's the snap. Valdez will get it, and we've got whistles. And I'm not sure what happened there. They had one man running from the far side of the field to the near side of the field, and I don't know if I guess they're saying they didn't give them a chance to substitute? I don't think Alamogordo substituted anybody out. I'm not sure. Yeah, Tigers will run it, and it'll be Montoya putting his shoulder down and trying to get to the end zone, and I think he's going to be brought up just short, right at about the goal line. Picks up 3, but not the 3 and extra inch that he needed to punch it in. And 3rd and goal for Alamogordo inside the 1-yard line. And we've got whistles before the snap again. And Centennial calls the timeout prior to the snap. So the Hawks will use another timeout defensively on this drive with 5:55 remaining. Tigers on the doorstep here with a 3rd and goal from the 1-inch line. It'll be a 3rd and goal when we come back. 42-7, Centennial leads on the Richardson Motor scoreboard.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project. Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers.
Tigers ready to go again from the I formation. And taking the handoff and taking it in is Elijah Montoya for the Tiger touchdown. So Alamogordo scores here with 5:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. And it is 42-13. So Montoya scores. And Alamogordo will try the extra point with Aiden Vasquez coming on. And we'll see if Centennial keeps in their starters here at the end of this one. Looked like most of their defensive starters were still out there. But so the Tigers will put in the end zone, and we'll take another quick break. Alamogordo trails 42-14, 5:46 remaining in this game. As we'll head to next week with the Tigers likely needing a victory to lock up a spot in the postseason. But we still got to wrap this one up, and we'll do it here in just a little bit.
When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Appliances, furniture, medical, repairs, vacations, consolidations, and more. OFCU's personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply online at oterofcu.org or in person today. All loans are subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tigers getting ready to kick it off. Centennial leads Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 42-14, 5:46 to go in the fourth quarter. No more running clock, by the way, as the Tigers are now only down by 28. Waiting on something here to start I think maybe needing to reset the clock. I guess it was running while we were waiting. So it shouldn't have been 4:13 on a score. It shouldn't keep running. So they should get it back to 5. They put it at 5:25. I think it should be 5:46, but fair enough. Yeah, I think on penalties and scores, and then timeouts, obviously, it doesn't run. Here's the kick, and obviously doesn't run anymore now because it's a 28-point difference. And Centennial will return the kick from about the 15-yard line over towards the 30 at the far sideline. Like that was Ethan Quezada on the return for Centennial. And, well, they're still running the clock, and they shouldn't be. It's not a running clock anymore. Somebody needs to tell them that over there because it's 42-14. And it should be about 5:20 left on the clock. So they'll have to reset it again. And, I mean, doubtful Alamogordo comes back in this game. And, yeah, they reset it to 5:19. Okay. Two receivers at the bottom, one at the top. And here comes the handoff, and straight up the middle. And I think this is Rios again getting the carry. Gets it to the 40-yard line. Actually, that was number 19, Silva, on the carry, or Villa on the carry, I'm sorry. So a 9-yard gain for him. Ball at their own 40-yard line, a second down and 1 for the Hawks. Two receivers at the bottom and 1 at the top. Tigers with 4 down line, a little bit of a high snap. We do have a backup quarterback in there for Centennial now. That is number 28. Ruiz Laboren, I believe, is a sophomore. Kind of missed that. That feels like old Nebraska days where the quarterback's out there wearing like 25. Or that feels like old college football. I'm sure in high school you had quarterbacks wearing 20s and stuff. I kind of like it. All right, two receivers at the bottom and 1 at the top. And again, just a handoff to Villa. Villa is met at the line of scrimmage by Davidson and then bounces off of that. But picks up, looks like 3 on the carry. So the clock continues to move, now under 4 minutes remaining. And 2 wide receivers at the bottom and 1 to the top. They'll bring a tight end off the left side. Tigers with 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Now bringing in extra one. They send the blitz, and LeBourne will keep it on the read option. Comes up the far side, and I can't believe that. That kid's a freshman. He looks like he is 220 pounds. That's ridiculous if it is. 10-yard gain, by the way, as he crosses the 45 down to the 43. Sorry, he's a big boy. He looks like a defensive lineman. Or like a fullback. I wonder if the classification is listed right on here. That's correct. Run straight, goes straight up the middle, and the pile gets pushed back, not before Villa, I believe, pushes forward for a gain of about 5. Now it is Villa on the carry again. Villa's actually had the most carries out of anybody in that backfield tonight. That's his 8th carry. Hawks haven't had to run a lot of offensive plays, to be honest, especially right there at the end of the half. I mean, it again, little things in this game, and it feels like it could be different, but I mean, Centennial's been the better team tonight. They certainly should come out here with a victory, but I think Alamogordo is going to watch the tape and be frustrated with themselves a little bit. Going to get a holding penalty, I think, as Villa takes the ball and pushes it out of bounds at the 30. It looked like Morale was coming off the right end of the line and got grabbed. I think enough to where maybe his now that's another Tiger player that had his jersey pulled off his shoulder pad. Might have been Hergenrader coming off the edge there, but it will, I think, bring the Hawks back 10 yards. Still waiting on the official call. And I will say, if we could ever get it to where we get the officials mic'd up like they had it over at Hobbs and they can make the calls to the crowd, I would love that. Signals are enough, but I mean, there is something kind of fancy about that. I think we don't have the best luck with wireless mics here at Tiger Stadium, so I don't know how if that would work particularly well. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Here's the snap a little high, and they'll give it off to Villa again, and he'll cross the 50. And I'm sure the Hawks at this point trying to get some of their JV guys a little bit more time on the field, and I would say the big thing, I would say the big thing for both of these teams is to not get anybody hurt here at the end of the game and headed to next week, because both sides know how important next week's going to be. Centennial is going to be fighting for a district championship and a top 2 or 3 seed, and Alamogordo, as the clock continues to roll here, they're going to let the play clock roll down and call a timeout, it looks like, our Centennial. But Alamogordo knowing they need to beat Oregon Mountain, which I think they'll be in a good spot to have a chance to, get the 12 seed. We'll look at the Max Preps rankings and stuff, but I think the Tigers are, they're in a good position. They got to win next week, obviously. They otherwise they're going to end up in a 3-way tie possibly for 4th place in the district. It would be them, Oregon Mountain, and Carlsbad. And I think Carlsbad would probably get the edge because of point differential if Alamogordo were to lose to Oregon Mountain, because the Tigers beat Carlsbad by, what did that score end up being? I think it was a 3-point win. 32-29. I think that was the correct final. 32-27. Might have been a 5-point win. So that's that old plus minus. I don't know if it's plus minus 10 or plus minus 13 in football. I'll have to double check that one. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt for the Tigers. They know what they need to do next week. And in all honesty, I feel like they should beat Oregon Mountain. Oregon Mountain's going to go into that game winless. But hey, it'll be senior night for them, and I've seen it happen. Senior nights can bring out the best in some teams. Throw down the middle is complete. No, it's not. It was in the grasp of the receiver for just a second, and then he lost it. And it'll be 4th down for Centennial. We'll see if they're punting or They will go for it on a 4th and long. Last time they had a 4th and long, they left the quarterback in, Davis, and he did a little pooch kick as the clock stops with 1:20 remaining. And the Hawks will bring in their punt group for the first time tonight. The other time they punted, it ended up being basically their offense on the field. Vasquez is going to go back deep to return for Alamogordo. 2 on the play clock. And we've got a delay of game that's going to put it back 5 yards here for Centennial. And the Hawks will punt it from their own side of the town. No big issue for the Hawks. Clock wasn't running anyway. And yes, the Tigers will take the 5-yard penalty. Let's see who the punter is for Centennial. Is it Davis that's in there? No, it is number 3, Ralph Silva, who caught a touchdown earlier in the game. And Silva, one hop goes through his legs, and he's going to have to go back and get it, and he's going to be brought down. And the Tigers will have a chance to maybe get one more in the end zone as the punt through the legs of the punter, and the Tigers will get it back at the Hawks' 23-yard line. And so for Alamogordo, try to run a 2-minute drill here. You've got 1:15 left on the clock. Certainly an extra feel good for you guys if you can get it into the end zone. And I will say, are the Tigers do the Tigers have a quarterback on the field? Elijah Montoya, I don't think he knew they were coming back out there. Now he gets out on the field. Nathaniel Best, the fullback, was like waving toward the sideline going, hey, we need a quarterback. All right, Elijah will hand it off to Best, who will go straight ahead and get to the 19-yard line and be pushed back by a pile of Centennial players. It's a gain of 4. Tigers, no real hero here with about 1 minute to go. And, not a huge deal if they get in the end zone here before the end of the game. Again, I think for Alamogordo as well, you want to come out of the end of this game healthy. And again, they'll give it straight ahead to Best. Picks up 3 this time. Tigers with about 35 seconds left. They're going to run it again. And this time, I believe Montoya kept it, and he is dragging a defender along with him. And boy, did Elijah get hurt on that play? Okay, he's all right. He's a little slow to get up at first, and I was like, oh my goodness. That would have been so bad. 14-yard gain and a first down. Tigers line it up quickly. And handoff and straight ahead, and I believe that's Best into the end zone for the touchdown. 8 seconds left, and Alamogordo gets in the end zone. Nathaniel Best with the Tiger touchdown. Good for Nathaniel to get that in the end zone. 2-yard touchdown. And that's going to pretty much take us to the end.
Number 5, Vasquez, 76, for the Tigers.
Vasquez trying the extra point. Still waiting for the snap. And the Tigers get a delay of game. Not sure what happened there. Vasquez was continuing to look over the sideline, and I think it's because Alamogordo had a player that was not on the field. I was kind of watching, and I think Alamo was waiting for, they needed an extra player and didn't snap it, and nobody came along to come on the field. Now he did, and now we're ready to go from 5 yards back, which shouldn't be a problem for Aiden. Snap down, kick is up, and looks to be good, and it is. So Vasquez knocks through his third extra point. So the Tigers Get in the end zone one more time. And we'll go ahead and keep it right here. The Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show is coming up for you next. We'll get you stats from some other, I should say some scores from some other games, and we'll also get you the stats from this one. 42-21 your score now. But good for Nathaniel to get into the end zone towards the end of the game. Tiger sophomore. We'll be seeing more of him in the next couple of years. And mind you, we still got, hopefully, 2 more games after this one before the end of the season. I think similar to last year, Alamogordo is going to be a team to not take lightly in that first round of the playoffs if you're a 5 or a 6 seed. I mean, I think Alamos is not going to be an easy out. High kick and caught at about the 25 and taking a knee. And, well, the clock never started. I don't know, did he call for a fair catch? Centennial just need to take a knee, but not really sure. Maybe the officials never rolled the clock. Maybe he called for a fair catch right off. Sorry, y'all. We got disconnected there, I think. Here's a knee for Centennial. Nathaniel Best punched in the end zone just a short while ago, and the Tigers made it 42-21, and that's going to be your final score as the Tigers fall to the Hawks, and we'll have one more to go. Next Thursday, the Tigers will be in Las Cruces taking on Oregon Mountain. Your final score again on the Richardson Motor scoreboard is Centennial 42, Alamogordo 21, and we will come back and wrap this one up on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Stay with us.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company. Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Next International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
84 Lumber is a name and a company you can trust as your hometown building partner, providing the quality you expect and the service you deserve. Visit the Alamogordo location at 3401 North White Sands Boulevard or 84lumber.com to get started on your next home project.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Elmo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Tiger Stadium. Final time this year as the Tigers facing off here against the Centennial Hawks, fall 42-21. And a game where they played tough through a good portion of it, and just the mistakes sort of mounted up. 2 fumbles and an interception in the first half. Turnover on downs deep inside Centennial territory. And the Hawks made the Tigers pay on a lot of those occasions. After the interception, it was almost an 80-yard touchdown run. After the turnover on downs, it was a 71-yard touchdown pass. On the first fumble, it ended up in a 13-yard touchdown run. I mean, really talking like the next play afterwards. The Tigers, I wish we had a count on time of possession, but I'm sure it was ridiculous on the Alamogordo side tonight. So, I mean, they moved the ball. Tigers probably, I would say racked up near 400 yards total offense. Avion Valdez had 65 yards rushing on 19 carries and a touchdown. Elijah Montoya had a rushing touchdown tonight and ended up with 73 yards rushing tonight. Anthony Audette had 125 yards rushing tonight on 15 carries, 18 yards rushing and a touchdown for Nathaniel Best tonight. Elijah ended up with 143 yards passing this evening. So, yeah, you're talking, 120, that's 200, 265. Tigers had almost 300 yards rushing to go along with 145 yards passing. So, I mean, they racked up 400 yards of offense, and it was just the turnovers. It was the not being able to finish off drives. And, the game might have been different, obviously, if Alamogordo scores in some of those spots. But, I mean, I don't know if Centennial loses this game, but I think Alamogordo is going to kick themselves. And this is a game that they very much could have been in towards the end and just was not. And I think that's going to end up being the frustrating thing for the Tigers. But I will say one positive. Much, much better performance from the Tigers this week compared, I feel like, to the last 2 weeks. And have played far better than they did against Las Cruces and Hobbs. So maybe something to build on next week. Try to go over to Las Cruces, lock up a playoff spot against Oregon Mountain, and take care of business there. So defensively for the Tigers, one guy in particular that I felt like I called his name a lot was Kamari Morale. He had a really good game. Mason Pittman had a number of tackles again for the Tigers. Really good pass deflection from DeAndre Martin a little bit earlier on in the matchup. Trying to think of anybody else that really stood out. The Tiger defense wasn't on the field that much tonight, to be honest. Offense had the ball a lot, which, again, that was very much a flip from, it feels like, what we've seen the last couple of games. Not very many. I think Alamo had 1 3-and-outs in the game this week. So, again, a lot of things improved from what we've seen over the last couple of weeks. They played much better. And if they can build on that, I know they certainly would like to come out here with the win, but I feel like they can build on that going into next week. There's some good things to take away from tonight's defeat, which, there's no moral victories, but I still maintain that a lot of things to be happy about tonight if you're a Tiger fan, if you're a Tiger player, and if you're on the Tiger coaching staff. All right, we'll take another break. We'll get you some scores from around our area. Looks like both Mescalero Apache and Tularosa are on their way to wins. They might not be finished by the time we go off the air, but we'll definitely post some scores up on our Facebook and Twitter. So we'll come back to the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show, wrapping up this one from Tiger Stadium. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, the Hawks beat the Tigers 42-21. We'll be right back.
When you open a youth savings account for your child or grandchild at our credit union, you'll be starting them on a lifetime of smart financial decisions. They'll learn that our credit union is there to help them in the future. We are member-owned and not-for-profit, so there's no better place to save. Loco Credit Union, we belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 1st, get $50 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nex International tires. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
It's Tiger football season. All of us at Otero Federal Credit Union are supporting the athletes and coaches, and we know they're going to have a great season. We hope you'll stop by one of our great branches and take advantage of all our services: checking, savings, vehicle loans, credit cards, and so much more. It's also simple and easy to bank with us online anytime. Download the OFCU app today or visit oterofcu.org. OFCU, your community credit union since 1953. Federally insured by NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Alamogordo Tigers fall to Centennial 42-21. I believe it is 56-22 is the score out in Tularosa, and they're not quite done yet. I'll get a for sure score for you guys on that. Mescalero Apache looked like they were in control as well. As, am I getting a text from somebody? Yeah. Anyway, Texaco 21-13 looks like they're going to beat Jow. Shiprock 18-0 over Hojo Academy. Legacy Academy beating Manal 28-12. Robertson 37-7 going to stop Raton. Rio Rancho is up 17-14 on Volcano Vista. Espanola Valley beat Moriarty 50-0. Socorro 37-14 over Hatch. Portales 38-0 top Bernalillo. Santa Rosa 55-0 over Escalante. 42-8 Roswell with the lead over Mayfield. Clovis 28-21, just holding on over Capital. Piedra Vista 52-18, they'll beat Highland. And let's see, La Cueva, I know, beat Sandia 51-0. Artesia 54-14, cruising past Goddard. Mescalero Apache 36-6 is the latest score we have from that game. Hobbs 44-3 over Oregon Mountain. And Gadsden beat Santa Teresa 28-7. So again, it looks like Tularosa's on their way to a win. I believe the score is 54-22. I don't think it's final yet, but we'll have a final score posted for you guys here before too long. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. Again, we'll be on the air coming up on Thursday for the next Tiger football game from Las Cruces at the Field of Dreams. It's the only game we're going to do there this year. Kind of weird. I felt like I was over there a lot last year. So we'll have that one for you on Thursday night here on Alamo Sports and Talk, on alamosportsandtalk.com, YouTube channel, Excider Media app, the Alexa channel, enable Alamo Sports Talk, and we're good to go with all that stuff. So hopefully you'll figure out at least one way to listen to us. And then you can listen to us on the radio as well, 12:30 a.m., 101.9 FM. But Tigers do fall to Centennial tonight here at Tiger Stadium on senior night by a final score of 42-21 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Make sure you're tuned in to Alamo Sports and Talk tomorrow. We've got Tennessee and Alabama in football. We'll have Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the D-backs and the Phillies. I haven't checked that score tonight. What's going on there? Come on, D-backs. What do we say before we go off the air? It is loading slowly. Oh, 6-5 in the top of the ninth. Come on, D-backs. Finish her off. I want to see. All right, that is going to do it for our broadcast tonight. For those of you that have to, I apologize with not able to air, but of course, Tiger Sports will always take precedence. Just a good rule of thumb if you're tuning into our station for sports. So have a great one, and we'll talk to you next Thursday from Las Cruces as Alamogordo takes on Oregon Mountain. Y'all have a great night and have a great weekend.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, the number to call, 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for mostly cloudy skies. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 61, Cloudcroft a low of 45. For Saturday, we're looking at sunny skies, mostly cloudy tomorrow night. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 85, low of 50.